Darvin Ham disagrees with Anthony Davis's comments about Lakers sometimes not knowing what they're doing. This marks Los Angeles Lakers coach Darvin Ham's second postseason appearance as he aims to replicate last season's success. However, this year started with a rematch in the Western Conference Finals against the reigning champions, the Denver Nuggets, who defeated the Lakers last year. Unfortunately, LA has again lost 2-0, both of which were highly winnable contests in Denver. The purple and gold started strong but simply couldn't sustain and execute at a high enough level down the stretch to defeat a formidable Nuggets team. In particular, during Game 2, the Lakers surged to a 20-point lead and squandered it by not maintaining the game plan that gave them the advantage. Anthony Davis expressed after the game that there are moments when the players don't know what they're doing on both ends of the court, which seems to be an accusation against the coaching staff for not having them prepared. Following Wednesday's practice, Ham was asked about Davis's comments and disagreed. "I just think sometimes things don't go the way you think they should," said Ham. "Frustration sets in a bit. But I don't believe it's, for us, a lack of organization. I think I have incredibly talented coaches throughout my staff, and we pride ourselves, whether it's in practices or shooting, games, whatever it is, on being highly efficient and organized. So, I would attribute that to frustration. It's an emotional game, the way it ended and all that. But I'll agree to disagree on that. It's not a good sign when a star player and a head coach don't agree, especially when the team season is on the line in Game 3. Hopefully, this is something that will be resolved at some point to keep the season alive. But during the playoffs, everything is magnified, especially against a well-disciplined Denver team. The Lakers' offense in the second half of both games hasn't been great. However, when there's public disagreement between a star player and a head coach, that's not a good omen for team morale. Darvin Ham, Lakers will be better after Game 2 blowout loss to Nuggets. Game 2 featured one of the most demoralizing defeats in franchise history as they let a 20-point lead slip away. This resulted in the second-largest blown lead for the Lakers, which isn't good as the series heads back to Los Angeles. Despite such a painful loss, the Lakers' focus needs to shift to an even more crucial Game 3. Ham said the team will be better after Game 2, which needs to happen to avoid being swept again by Denver. D'Angelo Russell remains positive about Lakers' situation despite 0-2 deficit versus Nuggets. The Los Angeles Lakers are heading back home trailing 0-2 in their first-round playoff series against the Denver Nuggets. Despite the best efforts of Anthony Davis and LeBron James, not to mention D'Angelo Russell's resurgence in Game 2, the Lakers haven't managed to overcome the hurdle and defeat the Nuggets, who have now won 10 consecutive games in LA. After an absolutely painful loss in Game 2, the overall attitude around the Lakers was that they had to put that game behind them and move on to Game 3. There still exists a belief in this team that they can defeat the Nuggets, and Russell is also aligned with that mindset. Despite being down 0-2, Russell still likes the Lakers' situation and felt that they gave themselves a chance to win, but missed shots and questionable decisions hindered them. "I think the feeling was trying not to lose the lead," Russell said after the game. "We were still aggressive at the same time, just missed some shots in that stretch where they were playing haywire. It's as simple as that, but I like where we're at. I like the chance we've given ourselves. Some questionable calls that really dictated a lot of momentum, so that's what it is. We all saw it." Russell would continue, echoing the thoughts of his teammates that the Lakers simply need to focus on Game 3 and do everything they can to come out with a win. Next game. Like I said, I like where we're at," Russell added. "We did a lot of good things that gave us the opportunity to win all night. It all came down to a few things we really couldn't control. I like our fight. That's undoubtedly the right mindset to have. In the playoffs, a loss is a loss, no matter how it happens, and the Lakers should leave that contest behind and focus on coming out in Game 3 and getting a win. Doing so, however, is often easier said than done, and Russell and the rest of the Lakers will need to show they have the mental fortitude to put Game 2 in the past. The Lakers played extremely well in this series and showed a lot of fight even in defeat, but they must avoid those offensive lulls that condemned them. Game 3 is the next chance to slay the dragon that has haunted them for 2 years, and Russell and the rest of the team need to be completely locked in to have any chance. D'Angelo Russell of the Lakers discusses bouncing back in Game 2. A major positive for the Lakers in Game 2 was D'Angelo Russell's performance, who bounced back from his terrible Game 1 to knock down 7 three-pointers on Monday night. As for what was different, Russell felt it was just a matter of the ball going through the hoop. "I hit them," Russell said. "The same shots I took in the first game and missed. Same thing. I was like 6 for 20 or something, could easily have been 10 for 20 with 50%, whatever. Just keep shooting. Teammates trust me, so try not to let them down." Austin Reeves, Lakers must move on to the next game after painful Game 2 loss to Nuggets. There were high expectations for Austin Reeves' arrival in these playoffs, as the third-year guard was tasked with defending Denver Nuggets star Jamal Murray while still needing to provide consistent offense for the Los Angeles Lakers. Although Reeves did an admirable job defensively, limiting Murray to just 37.5% shooting in the first 2 games of the series, it wasn't enough. In fact, it was Murray who sealed the Nuggets' big comeback with a thunderous leap to give them a 2-0 series lead. Following that, Reeves chose not to dwell on the loss but rather focus on what the Lakers need to move forward. "You move on to the next game," Reeves said after the defeat. "They protected their home court, and we have to do the same." While it was a painful loss, Reeves is right in saying that Denver simply did what they were supposed to do, and now the Lakers must do the same in Los Angeles. For much of the night, it seemed like the Lakers would secure a win in Denver, but Reeves credited the Nuggets for the adjustments in the second half that stifled the Lakers' offense. "We came out of halftime and had some good possessions with the AD-Bron pick and roll, and then they made a good adjustment, and that kind of threw us off," Reeves added. Obviously, scoring 40 points in the second half, 20 and 20, is not going to cut it. Despite the tough second half offensively, the Lakers still had opportunities to win the game down the stretch. However, as has always been the case against the Nuggets, they simply got outplayed in the final minutes. "That's what you want to do in big games, be in those situations and compete against a great team," Reeves noted. "Like you said, in tough times, you'll have opportunities to make plays to win games, and we just didn't make enough plays tonight. But I thought actually, in the last 3 or 4 possessions, we got exactly what we wanted on the offensive end and then they would come down and make some tough shots." The Lakers had the perfect opportunity to return to Los Angeles with the series tied, but the Nuggets had other plans. For Reeves and the rest of the team, they simply need to learn from these moments and figure out how to finally overcome the obstacle against the Nuggets team that has their number right now. Austin Reeves, Lakers' approach doesn't change despite 0-2 deficit. Austin Reeves and the Lakers now find themselves in a significant hole, trailing 0-2 to the defending champion Nuggets, who have already defeated them for 10 consecutive games. But despite the nature of the Game 2 loss, Reeves feels that Lakers' approach to this series doesn't need to be haphazard. They just need to figure out what's causing the losses and then apply the lessons learned. "Obviously, if we win this game, we gain momentum going back home, but I don't think that changes anything in how we approach the games," Reeves said. "We can go back and watch film from the 2 games and see what we did to take control of those games, and then we can see what we did to, in better words, lose those games. So we'll have to do that and put together 48 minutes. Not bad, huh?" So, folks, what we can take away from this story is that, even with a somewhat turbulent start to the playoffs, the Lakers are adjusting, and Reeves is showing that he has the potential to be that decisive face. It's just the beginning and expectations are high. Who's already looking forward to the next game? I'm coming, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share with everyone. Until next time, here's to more exciting twists.